All right. Hello. Okay. I got like 50 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this part real quick because I don't want my video to be weird or something. So this is how we're gonna do this shit, right? We're gonna do it where I'm probably just gonna upload this straight after making it, or like pretty quick after I put my tags and stuff. Got to get all the views. But we're gonna do it like right after the USJ attack. I'm gonna say the sports festival happens. Nothing much changes from canon yet, besides everyone's a good chunk stronger. I don't really know I don't know. I know the order. Like one of my subscribers, put down in the comment the ace and all these other royal things, but I really don't know how I would gain the power boost to each individual, because what I was thinking about doing, and this was like an incomplete thought, I was hoping someone came through clutch, was kind of like the knight, he gets a 10-minute power boost, or the pawns only get like a 1% power boost, or like a very small power boost, or their stamina is increased dramatically. Since they're pawns, their stamina and endurance is increased. The knight their quirk is increased dramatically, and it becomes a lot more proficient and doesn't drain them nearly as much. Everyone gets a power boost. So what I'll do now is I'll make it convenient based. So I'll be like, they got ranked up to the point where they're able to do this for this moment, or this for this point in time. So how we're gonna do this is, the sports festival happens, everyone's about to begin, and he literally starts it off. Like before it even happens, he says kingdom, and he immediately gives everyone, like pretty much everyone gets like a unique power boost. Like Uraraka, she's able to use her quirk without vomiting for a lot longer. Bakugo is able to make bigger explosions and heat up himself a lot faster. Now you might be like, Bakugo wouldn't accept this, blah, blah, blah. But Bakugo's like, shit, I'll take any freebie. And the only reason he'll do this differently is because he wants to show Deku that he's not just some servant. He can rise above him. Or it's either that, or Bakugo's kind of like, he accepts that he's, second best. Because you also got to remember, Bakugo thought at a young age that his quirk was awesome in canon. And it's going to be pretty much the same thing. The only difference is, instead of him thinking he's so awesome, he's going to think Deku's awesome. So it's kind of like Bakugo's Deku and Deku's Bakugo. But without Deku being cocky and all that stuff. Todoroki's already gotten over the fire ice situation, and I'm gonna say, this is some backtrack, I'm gonna say Deku actually befriended, nah, everyone meets when they met, but everyone's gonna be a little more easier going. Everyone trains a lot harder, everyone pushes themselves, everyone has excellent grades, even the stupid ones are able to get decent grades. And now what we're gonna do is, we're going to go straight to when the sports festival happens. Right before it happens, he says, everyone, before we go in here, I want y'all to know, we're gonna go in straight as enemies. Everyone kind of shakes up by this, but I want all of us, basically what he does is he's like inspiring everyone. Like, I want everyone to come at me with everything you got, go at each other with everything we got. We might be a united team. We might be a kingdom, basically in the sense of they're a classroom, they're together, but that doesn't mean we each have our goals. We all have our ambitions. Some of them say, but we want to serve you, Deku, mainly the females. We want to serve you and all this other stuff. This is true, but this is only due to the side effects of my quirk. This is only due to the side effect of my quirk because it makes you a lot more under my persuasiveness. You know what I'm trying to say. Basically, it makes them more submissive to him, kind of. So he's like, even for Bakugo, if he wasn't completely under the influence, he'll probably completely shut the idea out of me giving him power. But since you're kind of under the influence of my quirk, you feel this way. But each of y'all have your own goals and have your own ambitions. So when I'm saying that, he tells all of them, so all of y'all challenging I want y'all to use all of that energy of y'all worshiping me, thinking I am some type of king of all kings, as I am, of course. But I want y'all to use all of that ambition for two or one things. Use all that ambition to either one, prove to me that I'm wrong and you actually truly do think you're worthy of serving me, or prove that you're so good that you don't need to be nowhere near me and you're completely strong on your own and you don't need a king to rule you. So this does mix things, right? Because basically what it's saying is, you know, if y'all are so strong and so good on your own, you don't need my help. You don't need my leadership. You don't need none of that. If you can stand on your own 2 feet, you're good, you know? Or if you feel like you're not strong enough yet, basically it's kind of like he's a parent almost, or like he's that God sent father or that benevolent God, which that'll make more sense later. But it's like he's kind of like a benevolent God or some shit, right? Where he's just like, tell me, however you want to do it is up to you. Plus, as he states out his hand, there's many positions. Because all of y'all right now are somewhere around I don't know what the 2 lowest ones are. I would say it, but I would have to stop the video to go check. But it's pawn and there's another one. So I'll just say they're on the 2nd level. There's a couple more levels in advance. How about this? Whoever gets the top 2 places, or whoever makes it in the top 3, I'll reward you by giving you even more power than you have now. So it's a really ripple effect, right? Because Deku, the more people he have in his kingdom, which is kind of like they all get like a signature tattoo somewhere. Each person he has in his kingdom, okay, this is about to get really OP, but I promise you, I'm gonna counter it later. So he gets access to their quirks, and he also gets access to their memory and their body, right? But it's not easy, but it's kind of weird, because if you have a weak will and you have this quirk, it's going to be hard, because that person, if they die, Deku does take some damage. But the problem with this is because if he controls too many people, he can get consumed by all that power and die himself, which in turn will make everyone else, it's really complicated. But let's just say this quirk is very complicated on its functions and how it operates. But short and simple though, is man has this quirk and he's able to help people get stronger and push their powers even further. The only thing is they have to fully submit to Deku, and not in a sexual way, but I know most of y'all probably will make this sexual. But they have to kind of submit themselves to Deku and just basically kind of admit to him that he's the leader, he's the dominant one, he's the one that would lead us into the new age, and that type of stuff. And everyone who does this gets a certain percentage of a power boost. And Deku isn't just giving out everyone power, because they have to prove themselves in the fact of they have to be able to do something to a certain point. Because if they're weak and he gives them more power, they're gonna die. And he doesn't want any of his comrades to die, because a king does not let his subjects die. A true king is an individual that will lay his body down as he's bleeding out to let his subjects pass through. That's what a true king of all kings would do. As you say, very intensely. And so this is I'll just say this is a couple days before, because I don't want this to be happening right at the entrance. And also All Might comes soon. Hey, would you like to have one for all, like you said you would think about? He looks the dude straight in his eye as he, transforms into his muscular form. All Might does the same out of respect, I guess. It was kind of weird. All Might was kind of confused on why he did that. He looked All Might dead in the eye because he's actually taller. He kind of looks like Escanor when he transformed, but his clothes are made to sorry, I just want to get this out. His clothes are adjusted, so he looks down at All Might. Who makes you wait? Hold up. Can I do this voice? Hold up. Who makes you think that a king needs more power? Are you saying I'm inferior as I am? And All Might would kind of be like, no, I wasn't. Are you saying me as a king is inferior to you? Is this what you're saying? And I need as I see a handout. All Might, no, he's really confused because he doesn't know how to respond to this. Deku grabs hair. Now, it'd be a difference, All Might, Deku says, but slowly transforming. He puts out his hand. I might take the offer under one condition. All Might looks puzzled and confused. You join my kingdom. I'll make you a knight. I don't know what the second strongest is, or whatever the case is, but whatever the second, because he's not gonna be, I think the prince is the highest or the ace. I don't know which one's the highest. I'll probably put it down in the comments or like say it in my next video when I make that one. But basically, I'm gonna say he's the second highest. He's not gonna be the highest one. And everyone gets a different potential unlock. That's kind of what it is. And they're also able to use their individual powers to their full power. So basically, they get a potential unlock. They're able to access full capabilities without damaging themselves. So it really just depends on the individual and what their quirk is. So All Might say, but why would I do that? I'm older. And Deku looks him firm in the eye and says it once more. I would like you to join my kingdom. And like All Might is surrounded by like this weird sense of comfort and relaxation. And Deku says, join my kingdom and no power. He states out his hand very firmly. This is a benefit for the both of us. You join my kingdom and you'll see power and likes like you've never ever seen before. You'll see life in a new light. Also in return, you'll help me out in my endeavors. No pun intended. You'll help me out in my endeavors, and I'm also able to use, and kind of it's like Deku's becoming an archive of experience. So this will make more sense later because he's gonna keep getting stronger and stronger as the story goes on. So you can help me to grow stronger, and I can help you to push plus Ultron, as you say. Never was a big fan of you growing up. That's what's different from Kanu Deku. But I do respect your efforts as you act as a king in a small domain. But why wouldn't we stop here just in Japan? There's people, and this hits a nerves with All Might. There's people all over the world, all over everywhere, in fear, terror because of you. All Might is actually shocked by this. And Deku's face grins up in anger as he keeps expanding and releasing his royal power, which is kind of like a golden-ish aura. Because of you, you put this world in a false sense of security. They think, oh, All Might will come get us. And Deku's getting madder and madder. Bakugo Todoroki sees this as they're walking. Uraraka comes in too, and he's just getting, Momo comes in, big titties. She comes in or whatever, and Deku's getting madder and madder. You put this whole world in a false security. They think, oh, All Might have come save us. The number one hero come save us. All these false heroes talking about fame and glory when really there's so many people. And he's slightly tearing up too as this happens. But these tears are so unique because Deku's such a king that they're gold. So he's like in this state. People are dying and suffering just because of your falseness, and you have the nerves to fake the injury. But no, I will not stand for it. I will accept what's happened and only change the future because I cannot change the past. But he's almost reaching his boiling point where he's about to like blow a chunk down in the school. Before he gets too angry or whatever, he feels like multiple hands on him, and he immediately calms down because it's just the whole class pretty much arrived at the same time. And they said, Deku, calm down. You're not alone anymore. And Deku actually has like different dreams about different kings and stuff. Like one dream was about like when he fought a whole army by himself and that type of stuff. And it's kind of like he's the reincarnation of every king at once, and they all merged in to have one soul. It's the quirk. Anywho. So they said, Deku, you're not alone anymore. It's okay. Relax. He calms down, looks at All Might. So, what do you say, All Might? He grabs All Might by the hand. All Might accepts after hearing Deku's passionate explain. Plus, if this kid gains his power, and whatever his quirk does, he'll be unstoppable. And then at this given moment, the second All Might touches his hand, All Might literally passes out. And then sometime later, All Might wakes up. He's in his buff state. His injuries are gone. He looks like he's 20 years younger. So basically it's young All Might, which that'll come into play even later. So he is just stoked. Like he's moving at max capacity. He is stronger than he's ever was. Hell, he knows he actually kicks now, and he knows combos that he never knew before. Like he is just a new individual, hence some of the powers of Deku's quirk. And so with that all being said and done, because I know all of y'all are waiting for that one part in the sports festival, and I'm getting there. I'm not gonna hold y'all. So what's gonna happen now is we're gonna get straight to the sports festival where everything's gonna go down. The second everything happens, y'all already know. I already told y'all what's gonna happen. So everyone runs out, everyone's giving it their all, with everyone having a beast boost. Bakugo's flying at crazy speeds. Even Mineta's going crazy. Everyone's going crazy while Deku's in the front. He's not even in the front, he's in the back watching everyone. How fruitless, something to that point where it's pointless, but you know, more of an elegant royal status. He says that kind of while chuckling. How good of my, he doesn't say kids and mean he has kids, but he's like, how good of my kids to actually be trying to beat me. I must show them what a king's about. At this moment, he like literally just starts charging up. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball Z thing, right? Where he's just charging up all his energy, and all you hear is, he exhales. He's kind of looking like Luffy, not nearly as big, but like Luffy when he inhales a lot of air. And so what he does is, he screams, I am a king for a reason. And I'm not any type of king. I'm a king of all kings. This is almost, it sends chills and intimidation through everyone's spine, equivalent to what Sting did when he intimidated everyone. But like a lot more bigger. Even the people in the audience and stuff, everyone was shook into the core. I'll show you what a king can do. And so what he does now is he kind of looks like Escanor / All Might, which he doesn't have one for all right now. That'll make more sense later. And so what he does is he like jumps at an angle, and his full body is muscular. So he has a muscular state, but all that is kind of like what Master Roshi does, which it's a little bit different but similar. What he does is he uses this to allow him to like exude all his power a lot easier, because he can use it in a small body, but it's just kind of weird because his body really won't react right. Plus I think it'd be kind of cooler for him to be muscular at times. So he jumps up and charges forward, dummy fast and incredible speeds. And yeah, he's in first place. Now look, I'm running low on space, and if I go past the 20, is it the 20 or 30 minute? Fuck it, I'll see what happens. But if y'all made it to right here and y'all see 2 videos and one's like 2 minutes or whatever, I need y'all to go watch that one too. Because the way my phone works, if I don't got enough storage, it breaks it up into 2 videos. Anyways, let me try to hurry up. So he charges forward and he is in first place. Cavalry battle, everyone wants to work with him, but I'm just gonna say somehow he works by himself. Like he manifests his soldiers to work for him. That's what we're gonna say happens. Deku actually made first place. Who made second place will be, actually here, I'll do it in the comments, because I already got an idea, but I'll do it in the comments. Actually no, I can't do that. Fuck it. I'll say Todoroki comes in second place, and I'll let y'all decide on which female came in third place, because that'll play a very crucial part in who becomes Deku's queen. So it's out of anyone. It could be the pink girl, it could be big titty girls, it could be round face, it could be frog girl, it can be any of them, all right? I'm just gonna look at the comments, see who says the most, and we'll go there. Anyways, so what happens now is the part everyone's been waiting for, the 1v1s. Now let's let most of it happen similar to canon, but everyone's powered up. Now we're gonna get straight to the main one. Deku tries to talk to Mans, and since there's some insecurities with him, he actually talks most of them out, and then he asks Deku a question, and Deku answers the question. And Mans smile all evil like and the only difference is he didn't get a warning because his power of his quirk overpowered what's his face quirk, so some people couldn't get affected, like his classmates. Other classmates did. And at this moment, everyone feels a shattering chill go down everyone's soul. The a lot weaker ones actually passed out for a couple seconds just due to the pure atmosphere pressure. Some of the heroes actually took a battle stance, even in their Endeavor was sweating bricks, because Deku was mad. And no one ever seen him get mad before. And all you see is and he's in like a semi-buff form. You? And he looks at dude, and dude's shook and terrified. You. And this is kind of how it would be like, let's say I'm this tall, right? Mans would be kind of getting looked down like this. So you try to control a king? How dare you try to control royalty? So you think you're better than me? Is that right? Is that what I'm hearing correctly? What did you think? Your mere quirk was gonna be enough to stop me? Foolish. Normally I actually hold back when I'm fighting people, but in your case, I'll make an exception. I typically don't like to actually go out all out unless someone hurt my comrades, or someone hurts me, or something to this effect. But in this given case, I'll blow you to smithereens with no remorse. And Deku's like, you see blood vessels boiling, and dude, he says, what's so fitting for a heretic like yourself? Burn, ice, wind, destruction? I know. Bow. An immense power of pressure hits this dude's stone piece, and dude is sweating bricks. Everyone's actually terrified. They're like terrified, excited, confused, happy, and all these emotions at once. They do not know what to do. And at this given moment, man is literally shitting himself, and he's facing down on the ground at an awkward angle, bowing to Deku. Deku says it slowly and quietly, but somehow everyone's able to hear him. He's like, this is what happens when you disrespect a king. Now stand. He stands up. Throw your most powerfulest punch. And Deku doesn't really control him, but since his will is overpowering him, it actually feels like dude's getting controlled, but he's not really getting controlled anyways. He throws his most powerful punch, and that does nothing. And Deku's like, as I thought. Deku grabs his arm and breaks, but instead of breaking, he shatters the whole arm. The arm is still there, but now it's just a pile of flesh located to his body. So that happens, right? And when that happens, Deku immediately looks at him. Don't worry, it will heal all due time. But oh, it's gonna hurt. But it will hurt like a bitch. He looks dude dead in the eyes like burning flames, basically. You try to control a king, so I will annihilate you. And remember this painful lesson. 2 things. Never, ever rely solely on your quirk. And second of all, never, and I mean ever, try to control a king of all kings. He takes a stance. He says, you know what? I won't even use my quirk. All the tension, all the pressure went away. But the second it went away, it started raining red stuff. And somehow Deku hit this dude so many times and so fast that his blood started spewing out at random points in the air. So it looked like it was raining, but it really wasn't. It was raining this dude's blood. But somehow he hit him in so many ways without killing him, because these kings were around during the Gadalators times. I can never pronounce that word right. So I'm gonna say he knows how to do that. Anyways, Deku actually is dummy strong without the quirk. It just helps out. Anyways, so he does that, and dude is sent flying, and he's KO'd. Now we're gonna get to the other fights, and I'm pretty much just gonna say the end of the tournament, because I'm gonna cut it here. But the end of the tournament, pretty much what happens is he fights. Deku's in first. We'll say it doesn't really matter who's in second. Bakugo and Todoroki fight, and I'm gonna say, since they're both amped up, I'm gonna say Todoroki wins, because if it's ice and he's able to outplay Bakugo, because he actually would have beat Bakugo in Canyon, I believe. So I'm gonna say that happens, and then depending on who y'all say, I'm gonna say the girl in third place, whoever y'all vote. I'm not gonna put a vote. I'm just gonna go off the comments, because there's too many females I can name. I don't know. Anyways, in the comments, y'all tell me who the third person, the person in third place is, and we'll go from there. Next time I'll do another one, but catch y'all later.